Hi guys, how you doing? I just wanted to make a quick video just to let everybody know I've had the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine yesterday. That's the 6th of January 2021. I have received some bashing online already because I mentioned it on a news report in the Daily Mail where sadly somebody passed away, a doctor, and for some reason people seem to be relating it to the vaccine. You know, with any vaccine, with any medication, of course, there are some risks. Of course, I understand that. There's the risk of an allergic reaction. There's the risk of an adverse reaction, maybe a rash, and in the worst case, an anaphylactic shock. But those risks are extremely rare. Why did I have the vaccine? For several reasons. I have two family members close to me who have existing or pre-existing medical conditions. I felt it was prudent to have the vaccine so that I could protect them. I work in a hospital, so as working in a hospital, you do this kind of work or you have this kind of job because you want to protect the patients that you are working with. You know, when you work in a public place, I think it's morally, if possible, your responsibility to maybe wear PPE, to protect yourself as much as you can, but not only that, to protect the patients who you are going to be looking after. Now, I'm not saying that having had the vaccine, I'm instantly immune to COVID, not at all. But having two friends who recently passed away to COVID, and of course doing a lot of work within the Filipino community and a big supporter of the Philippines, and of course as my position as well as the ambassador of goodwill for the Philippine Nurses Association, I've been very sad over the last, year really, to hear news of at least 60 Filipino frontline healthcare professionals who've passed away due to COVID-19. And you can't tell me every single one of them had pre-existing medical conditions or were in a high-risk category. The fact is, these healthcare professionals were on the front line, they were working in hospitals, they were treating people with COVID. And of course, there is always that risk that they are going to contract COVID, which is what happened in their cases. Condolences to their family. It's absolutely awful. But moving forward, now that we have a vaccine, I think it would be wrong not to take it. You know, to all the COVID doubters and anti-vaxxers out there, I haven't suddenly turned into an alien. I haven't suddenly got Bill Gates tracking me via some big computer somewhere. I haven't been injected with any microchip. The needle that I was injected with was the tiniest needle you would ever see in your life, and I really doubt a microchip could have been planted in me. And then for those people who say the needle doesn't go in and it's not a real needle, you know, I felt the needle go in, so I know it's a real needle. And the question is, why would they be using a fake vaccine when there are queues and queues of medical professionals, doctors and nurses, and the vaccine was being administered by a nurse, and of course, you know, you wouldn't be vaccinating people with a fake vaccine. That's just not the case. You know, I do think if you work in the healthcare sector, I do think it is good to have that extra protection. And also, I travel to work by train and by bus. And, you know, as such, traveling on public transport, you know, I could be exposed to the risk of COVID even more. So again, I think it's my responsibility to be vaccinated because I don't want to put people who I work with, I don't want to put patients at risk. And that's why it's really, really important to be responsible. You know, I don't think it's the case of, let me see if I'm going to have the vaccine or not. And you know, I know we all need to look at our own personal risks. Obviously, if you have a serious allergy or a serious reason why you shouldn't take the vaccine, then of course don't take it. But what I'm saying to you is, I took it because I believed it was the right thing to do, and I still believe it's the right thing to do. And, I will update you. If I have any adverse reactions, if I feel sick, if I feel faint or whatsoever, I will update you. Not only that, I will complete the online forms and I will update the manufacturers. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm very, very pleased. I feel lucky. I feel relieved. I feel almost blessed that I've had this incredible opportunity to have this vaccine, which I know means that if I apparently do catch COVID after I've had the second vaccine, or even after the first vaccine, I'm 95% less likely to have serious complications from COVID. And of course, this was following a study of 43,000 people. That's not a small study. That's an absolutely massive sample. So, I'm confident, and to those anti-vaxxers, of course I can't change your opinion. I can't change your belief. But, I'm entitled to my freedom of speech. I'm entitled to my own opinion on this. I'm entitled to make this video just as much as you are. And to those who are worried about having the vaccine, I say this. It's a very easy process. You fill out a couple of forms, you prove that you don't have any allergic allergies, and then you go ahead and you queue up, you have the vaccine, you have a little very small injection in your upper arm, in your muscle, and that's pretty much it. Then they monitor you for 15 minutes for any side effects, and of course if there are any side effects, they are then properly examined. As I said, it's to me, having the vaccine is a privilege, because if we do nothing, if so many people refuse to have the vaccine, we will never eliminate COVID-19. We will never deal with this problem. Businesses have been decimated by this terrible disease through the fact they're not able to open. Restaurants, the night economy is in severe difficulty, and so many people have lost their jobs. So basically, to continue and say, I don't need the vaccine, I'll be fine. If millions of people don't have the vaccine, how do we eradicate COVID, or at least how do we lessen the effects of COVID? So I believe I've acted as a responsible citizen. And I believe that obviously if you have the opportunity to have the vaccine, of course it's entirely your choice. But as for me, I've had it. I will keep you updated. I'll be honest with you. If I have any adverse reactions, I will let you know. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys.